I'm doing this for you, Cheap Thrills fam. Let's get it.
About to go GTA 5 in this bitch.
Nate Contreras, aka Tabasko Sweet. Your hot lap was.
Ladies off!
Welcome to Hot Lap, the show where we put your favorite people from the internet in a car where they compete for the fastest lap and a chance to live on forever on top of our Applebee's leaderboard.
Today our guest is the host of Cheap Thrills on Super Deluxe, Nate Contreras, but you might know him as Tabasko Sweet.
You already know what it is.
We're gonna hand Basco over to professional driver Matt Field, who's gonna give him the best free driving lesson that money can buy.
Then we'll set him loose on the track.
In our beautiful 2018 Mazda Miata RF.
I'm about to get the #1 spot.
This is nuts. Woo!
This is Hot Lap.
So, Nate, where did Cheap Thrills and Tabasko Sweet come from?
Well, damn, this thing goes fast. Oh my god! It was Michaela's idea, my friend Michaela. She just came to me with this idea for this show. But yeah, sounds like a good idea. Let's do it.
How much Nate is there in Basco? And how much Basco is there in Nate?
There's probably more Basco in Nate than Nate in Basco. This guy really knows how to drive.
What's your favorite Cheap Thrills creation you've ever made?
The retro Jordans with Lil Mayo.
Trash or Fuego? 7-song albums.
You know, Fuego, honestly, we don't need 2 hours of Migos, you know?
Trash or Fuego? Beef.
Beef is kind of trash.
Those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks.
Oh, Fuego.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cool. Matt, we're done. Dude, I'm so glad I'm wearing a helmet.
That's fun. Yeah. I like almost puked like.
Wow, what an amazing display of skill from Matt Field. He truly is a professional.
Sure is, Bart. What's my line? You know, Bart, there are virtually hundreds of skills that one must learn in order to master a hot lap.
That's right, James. Everything from where you put your feet and how to move them, to where you put your hands and how to move them.
To go into depth on one of these skills, let's go down to the start line where Matt Field is going to explain where he'll go over our skill of the day.
The racing line.
The racing line.
No, your camera's that. The racing line.
The racing line is the line that allows you to carry the most speed throughout the corner and also the racetrack. Once you start your turn in, the point of the racetrack where you're closest to the inside is called the apex. There's 3 apex locations: early, mid, and late. The early apex corner is generally for a fast flowing corner. A long continuous radius corner would be more of a middle apex, and a tight corner, that's the late apex. Oftentimes, corners are linked together to make compound corners or S-turns. In corners like these, sometimes you have to sacrifice your racing line coming into the first corner in order to come out of the second corner with as much speed as possible. All right, so first thing, you want a nice aggressive start. As I'm driving, I'm trying to drive fast so that he can see the limits of the car and where he should try to aim for and be at.
It was pretty crazy. Like, I don't think I've been in a car going that fast around any corners. I've had some of my friends like try, you know, like burning out in the parking lot and stuff, but this is a whole next level.
Into third, on the brakes. Second, wait for the apex. Remember, this is the apex here. All the way out, use the whole track. So I'm telling him, notice where my car is, I'm wide here, and then this is the apex of the corner. I'm picking up the throttle here.
He's telling me like everything I need to do to survive this lap that I'm about to drive myself. We switched, and I got in that driver's seat, and I was a little nervous at first.
Tell him, put down the clutch, put it in first gear, rev it up, get off the clutch, let's go. But we didn't go, the car died, we were still right where we were. We take off, it's a little bit of a rough start.
But as soon as I got going, I already felt like pretty good about it.
I'm telling him when to pick up the power,
tell me how to take the corners, when to brake.
For braking, not yet, not yet. Now brakes, try to get there. Now power and power, power. Power, power, power. Woo! All of those things really set where your line's gonna be and where you can position the car.
I did get a little loose out there, turning some of the corners. You know, that just comes with the territory.
Off the brakes, on the power. Nice. So you want to go a little bit wider on the exit, okay? All right, turn in.
Matt was a great teacher. Felt comfortable immediately, and he was like, just f***ing floor it. And I was like, all right, I'm flooring this thing. I'm actually like, I wish he could be with me for my timed lap.
Yeah, you're getting it. Nice.
Oh, that felt good.
That felt good. Keep the power down, the coaster in. Are you ready for this?
Dude, that felt great. I think I'm gonna have the fastest lap of all time on hot laps.
Well, this is as far as Matt can take him. It's time for Nate to complete his hot lap alone.
But first, let's take a look at the course.
From the start line, it's a rather brief jaunt up a fast sweeping turn that gains elevation and quickly becomes a slow, tight right. Then it's downhill a bit into a left-handed horseshoe before swinging back uphill yet again. At the top, there's another slow, tight right before heading downhill for good and picking up speed into the L. A quick ramble back and forth dumps you out onto the skid pad where there's no track markings, so your line is really up to you. You want to keep up your momentum here and exit as fast as possible because after that is the final straight before the finish line.
It truly is a legendary track.
That it is, Bart. That it is. Nate will have to master all 1.6 miles and every one of the 9 turns if he wants any chance at that beautiful Applebee's gift card. Can we get a couple shots of that? Can we look at that? Bart, what color would you say that is? Oh, I'm getting word that Nate is ready down at the starting line. Let's go down there and check in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hot Lap!
Let's get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm doing this for you, Cheap Thrills fam. You guys are watching. I know you are. I know you are. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it.
This is why we're here. All the training, the waking up early one morning.
All right, I'm hungry now. I'm finna go to Applebee's after this. Let's go.
We're ready to start. Let's go to our movement watches. Hot lap countdown. 3, 2, 1.
And he's off. Nate's hot lap has begun. The hot lap of Tabasko Sweet has started.
This is exciting. He got a good start, James, and that's the one thing we were most worried about.
The toughest hurdle has been jumped. Very clean into the first turn. Hard on those Brembo brakes.
A little wide through turn 1, but he is looking fast into turn 2.
Looking at him right now, the chase car is having a hard time keeping up with him. Opened him up a little bit.
Good line.
Hella good.
I would have thought this guy's been driving his whole life.
Broke the rear end loose a little bit there. Beautiful recovery.
Looks like he's really moving through the S's.
Oh, he's pushing it through the skid pad.
Looking good through this last turn. He's got a lot of speed coming to the finish line.
In the final straight. And he crosses the finish line.
Nate, you did it. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling unstoppable. Keanu Reeves
What I
with
like to
speed.
hear. And here's Matt Field.
To see that, just overly impressed.
And to find out if this is enough to get him on top of the sweet, sweet Applebee's leaderboard, not sponsored by Applebee's, let's throw it to James, who's waiting right there now.
Thanks, Bart. It certainly is the question of the day. Is Nate's time fast enough? Let's find out. Eddie, can I get the time? Thank you, Eddie. Nate Contreras, AKA Tabasko Sweet. You did your lap, your hot lap.
Your hot lap was.
Yeah. Your hot lap was 1 minute, 15.95. It is the hottest lap. How are you feeling? What are you gonna get at Applebee's?
I'm feeling great right now. I'm just spending this whole $500 at the bar at Applebee's. Happy hour every day for me and my boys. The sky's the limit. Never did I think I'd be racing a car around a racetrack with record-setting time. I couldn't do it without my boy Matt here. Shout out to Matt. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Nate, and thank all of you at home, as well as our wonderful crew and the beautiful people at Willow Springs. Tune in every week for more Hot Lap.
Guys, thanks so much for watching Donut Media. We make a video like every single day. To make sure that you don't miss any of those, click on this guy right here. He's a subscribe button. What? Let us know who you want to see lay down a hot lap and let them know by bothering them on Twitter until they do the show. You like Mianas? Watch this episode Up to Speed. Watch this episode of Cheap Thrills.
Why are you pointing at me?
I love you.